I, Rajeshwari Shirkanhalli, welcome you all in Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. We are discussing chapter number 7, Conservation of Plants and Animals. In our previous session, we have discussed about wildlife sanctuaries, national parks and biosphere reserves. We have also discussed about Red Data Book. We have discussed about extinct animals and endangered species, and at last we have discussed about migration. We have seen that for getting a suitable climate, birds migrate from one place to another place like Siberian cranes and Arctic tern. Now we will move forward. We will go to a new concept, that is recycling of paper. So let us see what is recycling of paper and why it is so important. Here in this picture you can see the recycled strips of paper are shown. So the same paper which is used first can be recycled and can be used again. Why it is done? Because you know that paper is manufactured by using wood pulp of trees. So for that trees has to be cut down. So that causes deforestation. So we can avoid the cutting of trees by recycling of paper. Let us discuss about recycling of paper. Paper is made from wood pulp, that is produced from the wood of forest trees. So wood pulp is produced from the wood of the forest trees, and wood pulp is must for making paper. Therefore, it is one of the important products we get from the forests and thus a major cause of deforestation. So, as wood pulp is produced from wood of forest trees, that is why cutting of forest trees is going on enormously, and that is a major cause of deforestation. It is calculated that 17 full grown trees are needed to make 1 ton of paper. So for making 1 ton of paper we require 17 full grown trees. Means 17 full grown trees we have to cut down if we want to manufacture 1 ton of paper. It is a great loss to the forest and it is a major cause of deforestation. So we should save paper. We can save paper by completely filling every sheet of paper. So there are some ways of saving the paper. What you can do? You have to fill the every sheet of paper completely. Similarly, by reusing, the same paper can be reused for some or other purposes, and recycling paper, that is also very important. By recycling of paper, paper can be used again, so trees can be saved. Paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times for use. So 5 to 7 times the paper can be recycled. This is one recycling unit. Here you can see some paper strips with this worker. So this is a recycling unit where the paper is recycled. Now in this picture you can see a tissue paper. Tissue paper is one of the product of recycled paper. Means ordinary paper is recycled and tissue papers are made. All of you are familiar with tissue papers. So it is one of the important product of recycled paper. Now recycling of paper means what? It means to process the waste paper to make new paper that can be used again. So the paper which is used previously and which becomes waste, which is of no use, that waste paper is processed and new paper is made from that, and new paper can be used again. We should save, reuse and recycle paper for the following reasons. So let us see why we should save, reuse and recycle the paper. First of all, the first reason is to save forest trees from being cut. As just now I have told that for making 1 ton of paper, 17 full grown trees are required. So we can save forest trees from being cut by using the paper again and again, by recycling it, and similarly by saving the paper. Second is to save water used in making paper. So water is one of the raw material required for manufacturing paper. So if we make less paper, then less water gets used up. So we can save water. Third one is to save energy. Electrical energy is required for manufacturing paper. So we can save energy, means electricity used in making paper. And the fourth one is to reduce the amount of harmful chemicals used in paper making. So while making paper, some chemicals are used which are harmful to the environment as well as to the health. So we have to save paper, we have to reuse the paper and recycle the paper for saving the forest trees, for saving the water, for saving the electricity, and for reducing the amount of harmful chemicals which are used in paper making. Now after recycling of paper, let us see what is reforestation. Till now we have discussed about deforestation. Now let us see what is reforestation. What is reforestation? It is restocking of the destroyed forests by planting new trees. Deforestation means we have discussed, that is cutting down the forest trees, and reforestation is planting the new trees. So generally it is done of the same species which were cut. We should at least plant as many trees as have been cut down. So at least how many plants have been cut down, that many number of plants should be planted. It is the answer to the problem of deforestation. So whereas deforestation, there we should carry out reforestation, means we have to plant trees. So this is planting new trees. Here you can see many new trees, many small saplings have got planted. So this is reforestation. Now reforestation can take place naturally also. Okay, so each and every time no need to go and plant the saplings. Reforestation happens naturally also. It takes place naturally also. If the deforested area is left undisturbed, it re-establishes itself. So the area which is deforested, means where the deforestation has taken place, that area should be left undisturbed. Then that area gets re-established itself and reforestation takes place. In natural reforestation, there is no role of human beings. Okay, previously just now we have seen that we have to go and plant the trees. That is one type of reforestation. And the other type is natural reforestation. Here there is no role of human beings. It gets established again by itself. If we have to retain our green wealth, that is forests, for future generations, plantation of more trees is the only option. So forest should be there, as forests are called as green lungs of life. For that we have to plant the trees, that is the only option. So this is the reforested area, the natural reforested area which took place by naturally by itself. Now let us discuss about some of the conservation acts which are made by the government to save forests in India, in our country. Let us discuss about these conservation acts. First one is Forest Conservation Act. The Government of India has enacted a Forest Conservation Act in the year 1980 to save forests. So for saving forests, Government of India has made one act which is called as Forest Conservation Act. So this act got enacted in the year 1980. It aims at preservation and conservation of natural forests while meeting the basic needs of the people living in or near the forests at the same time. So, the people, those who reside in the forest areas, means the tribal people. Similarly, some local people which live near the forest areas, they fulfill their basic needs by taking the products of the forest. Along with this, forest gets conserved, it gets preserved because of this act, that is Forest Conservation Act. Second one, Chipko Andolan. Chipko Andolan is also called as Hug the Tree. So, this Andolan took place in Rajasthan. The people of Bishnoi community in Rajasthan, they started this Chipko Andolan. Okay, the Chipko Andolan, a people's movement to save trees, started in a couple of villages for the protection of trees. So, the tribal people of Bishnoi community of Rajasthan came forward, they took initiative and they started Chipko Andolan, means Hug the Tree Andolan for protection of trees. Here in these pictures you can see those local people of Rajasthan who started this Chipko Andolan. So, why they started this Chipko Andolan? For saving the trees. They found that some people wanted to cut down the trees for making roads and other projects. They opposed that. So, they took initiative and they started this Chipko Andolan. Next is Joint Forest Management Program. The Joint Forest Management Program launched by the government aims at regenerating and protecting degraded forests with the people's participation. So, this Joint Forest Management Program. So, see here in this the word joint means it is done with the help of people's participation. Government launched this program for regenerating and protecting degraded forest areas and they took people's participation in this program. So, here actually we have completed with our chapter. Now, let us summarize the important points of the chapter. We have discussed about wildlife sanctuary, national park and biosphere reserve. These are the names given to the areas meant for conservation and preservation of forest and wild animals. We have discussed about wildlife sanctuaries and national parks as well as biosphere reserves. These are the protected areas where the plants and animals get the protection, they get conserved and they get preserved. Then we have discussed about biodiversity. What is biodiversity? It refers to the variety of living organisms in a specific area. Biodiversity is rich, means in that area we find more variety of living organisms. Then the third point which we have discussed is about plants and animals. Plants and animals of a particular area are known as the flora and fauna of that area. We have discussed that flora means plants of a particular area and fauna means these are the animals of a particular area. So, flora and fauna are the plants and animals of particular area. After that we have discussed about endemic species. What are endemic species? These are the plants and animals which are found exclusively only in a particular area. They are not found anywhere else. They are present in a particular area and they are called as endemic species. Next we have discussed about endangered species. What are endangered species? These are which facing the danger of extinction, means they are on the verge of extinction. If proper care is not taken, if they are not protected, then in coming days, in near future, they may become extinct. So, endangered species are those which are facing the danger of extinction. Then we have seen about Red Data Book. What is Red Data Book? It contains a record of endangered species. We have discussed about Red Data Book of India. which consist of different species which are endangered, like snow leopard, Himalayan musk deer, etc. So they are endangered and their list is recorded in the red data book. There are separate red data books for plants and animals, and this list is classified into different types like vulnerable, then endangered and critically endangered. After that, we have discussed about migration. What is migration? It is the phenomenon of movement of a species from its own habitat to some other habitat for a particular time period every year for a specific purposes like breeding. So we have seen that certain species, they move from their own habitat to some other habitat for a particular time period, that is during the adverse climatic conditions they leave their natural habitat and they go to a place where they get a suitable climate for the specific purpose like breeding. Then today we have discussed that we should save, reuse and recycle paper to save trees, to save energy and to save water. And at last we have discussed about reforestation. What is reforestation? It is the restocking of the destroyed forests by planting new trees. So either we have to go and plant, or sometimes the deforested area, if left undisturbed, get re-established by itself and reforestation takes place naturally where there is no role of human beings. So we have discussed all these points in our chapter. Here we have finished with our chapter. Now let us begin with a small test of 10 marks. So it is a time to evaluate yourself. So what you are going to do is take a sheet of paper, a pen and note down your answers. This test consists of 10 marks. 5 marks are for MCQs and 5 marks are for fill in the blanks. So the first question of MCQ, planting new trees is called. There are 4 options: species, deforestation, desertification and reforestation. Record your answer. Okay. So planting new trees means species, deforestation, desertification or reforestation. Now question number 2. The place of living of an organism in environment is called home, resort, habitat or reservoir. Okay, the organism where it lives in the environment, what is that place of the living organism called as? Is it called home or resort or habitat or reservoir? Mark your answer. Now we will move to the next question. Question number 3. Deforestation increases the level of one of the following in the atmosphere. So what increases in the atmosphere because of deforestation? Ozone, carbon dioxide, oxygen or water vapor? Okay, note down your answer. What gets increased in the atmosphere because of deforestation? Question number 4. Snakes are killed in large numbers because they are poisonous. They kill rats. Their skin is expensive. They damage the crops. For what reason the snakes are killed in large numbers? They are poisonous, that is why they are killed, or they kill rats, that is why the snakes are killed, or their skin is expensive, or they damage the crops. So note down your answer. Question number 5. In our country, large patches of the forests are being cleared for cultivation of the crops. The environmental impact of such a practice will lead to soil erosion, soil pollution, soil conservation or soil fertility. Okay, so as you know that in our country, large patches of the forests are being cleared for cultivating that land, for cultivation of crops. So what is the environmental impact of such a practice? Whether it will lead to soil erosion, soil pollution, soil conservation or soil fertility. These are the 5 MCQ questions. Now next type of question is fill in the blanks. Just 5 statements, 5 marks. Okay, so note down the answer and give the mark when I will display the answers. The first one is red data book contains a record of dash species. Think about it, what type of species are recorded in the red data book. Second fill in the blank, conversion of fertile land into deserts is called. Okay, so the fertile land when it gets converted into deserts, what is that process called? Third one, a paper can be recycled dash times, means how many times we can recycle a paper. Today itself we have discussed about it. Fourth fill in the blanks is group of populations which are capable of interbreeding are called as. Group of populations and the members of that group, they are capable of interbreeding. What are they called? So group of populations which are capable of interbreeding are called as dash. And the last question is about Pachmari. We have discussed about it in our chapter Pachmari Biosphere Reserve, Pachmari Wildlife Sanctuary. So what is Pachmari? What is it? Is an example of dash. Pachmari is an example of dash. Actually I have given you a hint also for this question. So are you ready with your answers? Just think about it. Now I will display the answers. Okay, I will just count for 5, then I will display the answers, so that if any answer is not marked, that can be marked in this countings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now your time is over. Now I will display the answers. See, I will just go back and I will display the first question, then I will display the answers. What was the first question? Planting new trees is called species deforestation, desertification or reforestation. So what is the answer of this? It is reforestation. So planting new trees is called as reforestation. The second question was the place of living of an organism in environment is called home, resort, habitat, reservoir. So what answer you have marked? I will display the second answer. What is the second answer? It is called as habitat. So the place of living organism is called as habitat. The third question was deforestation increases the level of one of the following in the atmosphere. The options were ozone, carbon dioxide, oxygen and water vapor. So the answer to this question is carbon dioxide. So due to deforestation, the level of carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere. The fourth MCQ was about killing of snakes. Snakes are killed in large numbers. Why? Because they are poisonous, or they kill rats, or their skin is expensive, or they damage the crops. So what is the answer to this question? It is because their skin is expensive. And the fifth MCQ was, in our country large patches of the forests are being cleared for cultivation of crops. The environmental impact of such a practice will lead to soil erosion, soil pollution, soil conservation or soil fertility. So let us see what is the answer. It is soil erosion. So these are the MCQ answers. First is reforestation, second is habitat, third one is carbon dioxide, fourth is their skin is expensive, fifth one is soil erosion. MCQs are for 5 marks. Each correct answer carries 1 mark. each wrong answer 0. So you can give the marks and you can find how many marks you have got in MCQs. After that 5 marks were for fill in the blanks. So let's go back and see what was the first fill in the blank. Red data book contains a record of dash species. So I guess you all have written the right answer. What type of species are there in the red data book? So let's go to the answers of fill in the blanks. The first answer is endangered. So the endangered species are marked in the red data book. The second fill in the blanks was conversion of fertile land into deserts is called. So when fertile land gets converted into desert area, what is it called? I will display the answers. It is called as desertification. So conversion of fertile land into deserts is called as desertification. The third fill in the blank was about recycling of papers. A paper can be recycled dash times. So today only we have discussed that a paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times. The fourth fill in the blanks was group of populations which are capable of interbreeding. What are they called as? They are called as species. And the last fill in the blank was about Pachmari. Pachmari is an example of dash. It is a biosphere reserve. So where is Pachmari Biosphere Reserve located? It is in Madhya Pradesh. So these are the answers of fill in the blanks. Again here each correct answer is for 1 mark. So just check out how many answers you have given correct. 5 marks for MCQs and 5 marks for fill in the blanks. So this is a 10 marks test. So today we have discussed some of the important points, then we have summarized the important points of the chapter. In this chapter, conservation of plants and animals, we have learnt that plants and animals are very, very important. Each and every species of the plant and animal play a very important role in the environment. The biodiversity is maintained because of variety of plants and animals. After that, we have discussed about Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. We have seen that Pachmari Biosphere Reserve is in Madhya Pradesh. It consists of one national park which is called as Satpura National Park and 2 wildlife sanctuaries. One is Pachmari Wildlife Sanctuary, the second one is Bori Wildlife Sanctuary. After that, we have discussed about wildlife sanctuaries. We have seen that wildlife sanctuaries are protected areas for the wildlife. We have also seen the differences between a zoo and a wildlife sanctuary. A wildlife sanctuary is a natural environment for the wildlife, whereas in the zoo they are just kept in the cages. We have seen that we can go and visit both the places, but when we go to visit a wildlife sanctuary, we have to go in the caged jeeps, and wildlife means those wild animals are set free everywhere, and whereas in the zoo wild animals are placed in the cages and we are free. That is the main difference between a zoo and wildlife sanctuary. After that, we have discussed about national park. Satpura National Park, we have discussed that it is a home to some of the species of plants and animals which are not found anywhere. So Satpura National Park is one of the important national park in India. Along with that, we have also discussed different national parks which are equally important, like Jim Corbett Park, Ranthambore, then Sundarban, etc. Then we have discussed about Project Tiger. We have also seen about species. What is meant by species? Species means these are the members belong to the same type and they are capable of interbreeding. After discussing about species, we have seen about endangered species, extinct species. Then we have seen about migration, that why the birds migrate from one place to another place. We have seen that it is the Arctic tern which does the highest migration. It migrates from North Pole to South Pole every year. After migration, today we have discussed about recycling of paper. We have seen that paper is made by cutting down the trees, and for making 1 ton of paper 17 full grown trees have been cut down. So, it causes deforestation, and for that we have to save the papers. After that we have discussed about reforestation. Reforestation means where deforestation has caused, there we have to go and plant new trees. Or if that deforested area is left undisturbed, then it gets re-established itself where there is no role of human beings. After that we have summarized all the important points, and at last I have conducted one 10 marks test, and I hope so all of you have done well in that test. So, it is your duty to read the chapter, make important points, highlight the important points in the textbook, and prepare more questions by your own, more questions of MCQs and other objective type of questions. So, here we have completed with this chapter. In the next session we will start a new chapter. So, here we will stop today. Thank you.